This is Michelle with Michelle's Macarons, and today we're going to talk about labeling your food products if you're selling under the Cottage Laws. So if you haven't already, go watch this video and I talk about how to set up your Cottage Food Law bakery. Okay, so I'm going to put a label template that you can kind of go off. Sign up for the email list below and then you will get sent this template that you can use. A lot of the states are different, but this is just something you can kind of start with and go from there. Here's a sample label. This is going to vary state by state, but I'm going to do Ohio as an example. So you are going to have statement of identity. So not your identity, the product you're selling. For me, French macarons. I probably could have got away with just macarons. Okay. That is what that means. Then the statement of responsibility. So that I usually put under, that is just your business name and your address. And like we talked about in this video, most states you have to put your home address. Even if you live alone and you are scared of intruders, you still have to put it. But some states allow you to do like your P.O. box or something. Okay? So check that out if you're kind of scared. Okay, you also might have to put like your business ID or something like that in certain states. So that might be something you need to put up top as well. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified whenever I come out with a new video. Then you have to put this product is home produced and you have to have that in Ohio anyway. You've got your statement identity, you've got your statement of responsibility, and you have this product is home produced, and then you're going to put your ingredient list. So the ingredients need to be listed in descending order based on weight of the ingredient. With things like macarons, you're going to run out of space with how much you have to put in there, because I'm going to talk about the ingredient list in a second, but you have to put the ingredients and all the sub-ingredients and all the sub-ingredients. So every little thing that's in there, you have to put on. If you're selling a single macaron, you have to put it on one macaron. So I'm going to give you some tips for that because it's a little tricky. So let's say you're making macarons and there's 275 grams of almond flour, 275 grams of powdered sugar, 210 grams of granulated sugar, and a pinch of cream of tartar. That you would list. I actually don't know what you do when they weigh the same. So the almond flour and powdered sugar, I would go alphabetical. So then you would write ingredients, almond flour, powdered sugar, granulated sugar, cream of tartar. You list them so it's what you have in there the most to what you have in there the least. Okay? And we already talked about this in this video, but I'll go over it briefly. You need to put the sub-ingredients. So if you have chocolate chips, you have to write whatever kind, semi-sweet chocolate chips, parentheses, cocoa butter, oil, whatever is in there, okay? Then you go on to the next ingredient. If you do have to hit all the ingredients on one label like you do for macarons and you have a lot, there is a way to do that where it's not necessarily against the rules, but I'm not 100% sure if it's totally okay, but you can adjust the tracking and the leading of your type. So if whatever program you're using, there's probably wherever you're adjusting the font size, you can see it'll have like probably an A letters with arrows going this way and then one with arrows going up and down. That is a way you can squish together your letters, the spaces in between the letters, and the lines. So if you need a little extra space, you can do that. You don't want to squish them together so you can't read it. As long as you're able to read it and it's not too small, it should be okay. Because it tells you the part where you have to put this product is home produced, that has to be 10-point font. It doesn't say anything about the other sizing. Each state might be different. So if there is a font size minimum, then you could maybe adjust the space in between the lines and the letters, okay? This is something I used to do in school when I had an assignment that had to be 2 pages long. And I only wrote it 1 page in like 3/4 and then adjusted it to make it look bigger. So there's some sneaky things you can do. I will show you in the sample label in the template, you need to really make sure you get the punctuation correct in there, because if you put a comma in the wrong place, that could mess up the whole meaning of the ingredients. So it could make it seem like maybe there's oil in the almond flour instead of the chocolate chips. So that's something you have to get right. So pay extra attention to that. Now, like I was saying before, at the bottom is the weight, so how much your product weighs. And that usually is nice to have, like, net weight and then leave it blank if you have a bunch of different products and you don't want to have to print different labels for everything, then you can write it in. If you have any other questions about labeling, ask me in the comments and I will try to answer, or I'll make another video if there's a lot of questions, or what other questions you have about cottage food businesses, because there's a lot of questions and a lot of it's not very clear online. But use the template I have below. Go sign up for the email list. It'll get sent to you. You can use that to start with, but it'll change depending on your state. So make sure you're also checking on your state's website. And then I'm going to also put some links in the description that will show you where you can go to get started looking up your cottage laws. Like, this will show you loosely your requirements are for your state, and then you need to go to your state's website and double check. And then call them, even if you can triple check. If you want to start or grow your home bakery business, sign up for the email list below. I have a course called The Home Bakery Blueprint, and I will send out an email if you sign up for that whenever the spots for that open up. If you'd like, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll put those links in the description. Check out these other macaron videos. Okay, love you, bye. It's 5 o'clock again. I have to yawn, I'm sorry.